Hi guys, Matthew here, back with another race day vlog, and today we are here with the Brantham 5 mile. So yes, it's Friday, and today we're doing another 5 mile in the village of Brantham. So this race is actually pretty special for me, because if you guys didn't know, Brantham, that is the village where I lived for the first 2 years of my life. So having said that, today's race feels extra special for me. So yeah, in today's video we're going to go down to the Brantham 5 mile. I'm going to show you what the vibe is like and vlog my experience. So if you do enjoy the content you see on the channel, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So for today's race, we're going to be back rocking the Vaporfly 3, a very reliable race day shoe. It gives you that little bit of bounce, and that carbon plate I can assure you now propels you forward. So yes, today's race day shoe will be the Vaporfly 3. So in the weather department for today's race, it is going to be another warm one. The temperature is looking like it may exceed about 25, 26, 27 degrees. So it most certainly is going to be another warm race today. Not a cloud in sight, so it's going to be no rain. There might be a little bit of wind, but overall, the main point is that it is going to be quite a warm day. So if you guys have been watching the channel recently, you would have been seeing I've been vlogging the Friday 5 series, which is separate from the Brantham 5 mile. But having said this, my PB so far this year in the 5 mile distance is a time of 28 minutes 36 seconds, which is something which I probably don't think I will beat today, because the course I've been told has a few hills in it. There's also quite a large section on trails. So having said that, I don't think the Brantham 5 mile will be a PB course for me. But also one thing to add as well is that last week I did the Great Bentley Friday 5, where I got my worst 5 miles time of the series with a time of just over 33 minutes. So having said that, in today's race we may not be coming into the race with the best type of form, but hopefully we can sneak back under the sub 30 barrier for today's race. That is going to be the time goal anyways. But yeah, having said that, let's get ready to leave for the Brantham 5 mile. Alright guys, so we're currently in the car on our way travelling to Brantham, and if you wouldn't know, this weekend is the weekend that has the Ed Sheeran concert in Ipswich, and also with the traffic delays on the Orwell Bridge, this means that the traffic is pretty bad tonight, so I would advise leaving pretty early to get there plenty of time. The temperature is currently 28 degrees. Hopefully by the time of my race, which starts at 7:30, the temperature might have cooled down a bit, but either way it is going to be a warm one tonight. So I've got myself a high 5 electrolyte tablet and I've popped that into my drink, so yes, that should help with mitigating the effects of the heat. I also have with me a high 5 energy gel, which I'll have approximately about 20 minutes before the start of today's race, and again this should help with giving me that little bit of extra energy tonight. Alright guys, so we have arrived in Brantham, and I would say it's about 2 hours to the start of our race now, and I'm gonna have some dinner to fill me up. I've got some pasta with some chicken to get the carbs and to get the proteins in. So yeah, this is my pre-race meal. So we arrived at the Brantham Leisure Centre, where we collected our numbers which we will be wearing for today's race. So we have the numbers on, and we've still got well over an hour to the start of the race. So we've got plenty of time, so I'm going to use this extra time we've got to inspect a little bit of the course. And this currently is part of the course which we'll run on. It's this footpath which you will go on here and then run in this direction up the footpath. So yeah, just having a little look at the course. That right there is some of the roads which you'll be running on, and you go up there and then you go onto the trails, and unfortunately we can't see trails at the moment, but that's where the hills are, which will not be ideal, but it's part of the run. So this is one of the roads which you run on. The roads themselves, it's nice and flat, but when you get to the trails, that's where the hills are. And I should have a cameraman placed on the trail, so you will get a bit of a look what the trails will look like. Brantham itself is a very nice place, a quiet little village in the south of Suffolk, and it is a very beautiful place if you ever want to go for a walk on the trails. Alright guys, so it is just under 50 minutes now to the start of the race. I'm all by myself, but we're going to go for a little bit of a warm-up, around about 2 kilometres to get the legs ready for today's race and get the blood flowing to those muscles. So yeah, we're going to be running a little bit more off the route, which will be on the roads. Yes, unfortunately we will be going up this hill, but yeah, we're going to see what the route is looking like. And yeah, so by the time the warm-up is finished, I'm going to know what most of the roads look like around Brantham. But it's the trail bit which I'm most nervous for, but hopefully it won't be too hilly around that area. So this right here is Mariam Close, and this is actually the road that I lived down between the age of when I was born to when I was 2, so it's a nice trip down memory lane. So there we go, 2 kilometres of the warm-up is now completed, and I quite enjoyed that, you know, a nice little tour of Brantham, because it really is quite a beautiful little village.
Come on Matthew, just coming up to 4 miles, not long to go. Come on Matthew, big finish, half a mile to go.
And that is 5238, that's Chris Green of Felix RRC.
So the race is complete, and we're now going on a little bit of a cool down. I'm going to say it now guys, that probably has been one of the toughest 5 mile courses I've ever ran. But having said that, it's quite scenic course, so that's something to be positive about. But oh my days, that was a tough one. The course itself, it's got a few hills in there, which takes quite a lot out of you. You've also got quite a lot of trails, and there's a big grass section. And that bit, it took the pace down a lot, and also the heat today was absolutely incredible. It must have been about 25, 26 degrees today, which honestly was mental. But having saying that, I'm happy to announce that we did get our target for today, and we did just about sneak on the sub 30 with a time of 29:58 and in a position of 8th. So to get that time on this course, I'm absolutely so happy with that, because recently we've had a few quite bad races. So today, that result I am absolutely thrilled with. I truly am. Also today I actually did pace myself. You know, I didn't go off too fast, and I tried to keep quite even splits, and overall I managed to actually overtake a few people. So to get 8th and to pace myself with a time of 29:58, honestly I couldn't ask for much more for that today. So yeah, overall I am very, very pleased with today's time. So Brantham, it is a very nice little village, and also the event today, it was very well run. So you've got to give credit to the marshals, and also well done to anybody who was out there on the course today, because the conditions, they weren't ideal, and also it isn't the fastest course in the world. But having said that, I would recommend you to give Brantham 5 Mile a go if you haven't already, because it is overall a great event. Overall, that will be it for me in the 5 Mile for now. I may have had a 5 Mile for like the last 5 Fridays, but that is it for 5 Mile races on a Friday. But having said that, we will be back with another race next Friday, because it will be the Twilight 10K. So stay tuned to see that video next week. Overall, I'm very happy with my effort today. I felt strong near the end, and I paced myself very well. And overall, I am pleased with my time today. So if you did enjoy that video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.